Yep, we are being recorded, which is awesome.
Really?
That's good.
Now, when you look at this, they give you a formula. Measures of interior angles. This is the formula you need to use because there's three things we want to find out today. We want to know the sum. And in order to find the sum of all interior angles, you'd find this top part of the formula. The n stands for the number of sides, minus 2 times 180. That gives you the sum, and then you would divide by the number of sides to see what each angle inside equals, if they're all congruent. Now, what does that mean? Well, take, for example, if we have a triangle. If we add up, and if all angles are congruent, we add up all three angles of a triangle, even if they're not congruent, what would they equal?
180.
Right, 180 degrees. Now, what if we have a quadrilateral? 1, 2, 3, 4. Add up all four interior angles of a quadrilateral. What does that equal? 360, because how many triangles make up a quadrilateral? 2. So we know 180 and 180 equals, the sum is 360 of all four angles. So say you have a pentagon. It's not a house, it's a pentagon. We have 5 angles. How many triangles make up a pentagon?
3, 4. No, 3.
How many triangles?
3.
180 times 3 is?
Whoa. Wait, I gotta do the math.
Calculators out, let's go. 180 times 3. Alright, so how many triangles are in a pentagon? 3. 180 times 3 equals what? One more time? Good. 540 degrees. Now that goes to this formula up here. What is the number of sides in a triangle? 3 minus 2 is 1. Well, there's one triangle in a triangle. 1 times 180 is 180. How about if you do the quadrilateral? 4 minus 2 is 2. There's 2 triangles in that figure. Take that times 180, and you get your 360. In a pentagon, 5 minus 2, number of sides, minus 2 is 3. 3 triangles in there, times 180, and we end up with our 540. Now, this 180, 360, and 540, those are the sums of all your interior angles. Those are the sums. Now, to find a measure of an interior angle, if they're all congruent, you just take that sum, like here, it's 180, you take your sum and you divide by the number of sides, which is 3. Here you'll take your sum, 360, and you'll divide it by how many sides? 4. Here, your sum divided by the number of sides, like we have right up here. So here we're going to take 540 and divide it by what? 5. To get an interior angle. So what is the measure of one interior angle? One interior angle here would be what? If they're all congruent. 180 divided by 3 is 60 degrees. What about in a quadrilateral? 360 divided by 4 is 90 degrees. And what about in a pentagon? What would an interior angle be? 540 divided by 5 is
108.
108. Those are all interior angles. So then you need to find the exterior. What would an exterior angle equal in a triangle? So that means, what is an exterior angle? You can extend it any way out here. So if you're saying one of these interiors is 60, what is my exterior then? What's the one out here going to be?
120.
And how do you get 120? Right, because these two together equal a straight angle, 180. So you take 180 minus 60, and you got your 120 degrees. What would an exterior angle be here for this interior angle? This one's 90 degrees. If it was all congruent, the outside is also going to have to be what? 90, because you add them together, you get 180. What's the exterior to 108? 72 degrees for the exterior. Make sense? All right, let's practice some more. Oops. I slid this one over to the side because for each one, no matter what, if it asks you just for the sum, I want you to find the sum, the interior, and the exterior, because it's just a couple extra punches on your calculator to find the answers for both. So, what kind of a figure do we have here?
Hexagonal.
Polygon.
It has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So therefore it is a
Polygon.
hexagon. 6. S-I-X. Hex. H-E-X. 6. What's a heptagon then? Yes, a heptagon is 7. Octagon.
8.
Nonagon.
9.
Alright. Decagon?
10.
Okay. So let's figure out the sum here first. How do I find the sum of this hexagon? No, what's the formula that we're going to use?
6 minus 2.
Yes, because the number of sides, which is 6 in this case, minus 2 times 180. So 4 times 180, what will the sum of all these interior angles be?
720.
What is 6 minus 2 is 4? What's 4 times 180?
720.
720 degrees. So the sum is 720 degrees. What is an interior angle then, if they're all congruent? What do I do now? I take 720 and I divide it by? By what?
4.
Not 4. What's the total number?
6.
We still have 6 sides, so you take, there's 6 angles, so 720 divided by 6 equals
120.
120 degrees. So therefore, if these are all 120 degrees, what is its supplementary angle? What is the exterior angle going to be for all of those?
60 degrees.
60 degrees.
Yes.
Now, another little hint here, if we did it right, we know this looks good because these two add up to 180 degrees. That's a good sign when your interior and exterior add up to 180 degrees. But another good sign is when you take your exterior, all these exteriors are 60, and we have 6 on the outside. What is 60 times 6?
360.
360. All, no matter if you have a hexagon, a heptagon, an 18agon, no matter what it is, your exterior angles, when all added together, have to equal 360. And if we take 60 times 6, we get 360. Another good sign we did our math right. Alrighty. Oops, forgot to erase my other stuff. Okay, same thing. Now it's an octagon. So I would like the sum. I would like the interior angle and the exterior angle, please. So get your calculators going. They have to add up. All right, how do I find the sum? Who has it?
Wait.
Raise your hand. Who has it? You get 1080, 1080 degrees. So did you take 8 minus 2 times 180?
Yeah.
So you're going to end up taking 6 times 180. And is that what everybody ends up with?
Yeah.
Yay or nay? Any debates?
Yeah.
All right, that is the sum. Now, if all angles are congruent, what would be the measure of an interior angle?
You divide that by 8.
Kinsey? 135? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Because you divided this by what? 8. Okay, the original, how many sides? Not the 6. We don't want this one after we multiply or subtract. We want the original. Divided by 8, we get 135. So that's our interior. How do I find my exterior? The rest of what? You're right, but the rest of what?
180 minus 5.
Right, so 180 minus 135 is what's left over? So 45 degrees on the outside. Let's see, check your math then. 45 times what? How many exterior angles? 8 in an octagon. So 45 times 8, hopefully, what do you get?
360.
360, is that a good sign?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Question.
Wait, in our whatchamacallit, our worksheet, do we have to do the interior?
Yes. Yep, show all three. The sum, the interior, and the exterior.
I got it.
All right, here we have 2 problems. We do one for a nonagon and one for an 18gon. Find the sum.
Wow.
An interior angle, an exterior angle. Same for the 18gon. Find the sum, find an interior angle, and an exterior angle, assuming that they are congruent. Okay, will you put the sum up there for number 1, please? Then pick a boy for the interior angle. Pass it off, boy, girl, boy, girl. Okay, 1,260 degrees. Agree? Okay, no debates. Pass it off to a boy, please. So did you end up with a sum? Did you get that for your sum?
I don't know how to find this one.
Okay, good time to do it then, right now. How do I find the sum? How many sides do we have?
9,
Okay, so number of sides minus 2 is what?
7,
Times 180?
1260.
Okay, so now we have the sum. How much does one angle equal? If there's 9 of them, what are you going to do? Pull up the calculator right there. What are you going to do to find the measure of one interior angle? Oops, got the division, just make it clear. There you go. So one interior angle equals 140 degrees. Good. Hand up for the exterior. Excellent. All right, the sum for an 18-gon.
Good. Can I just write it down?
Yep.
Wait.
That is what?
Can I see?
2,880?
Oh, yeah, that's
Is that what you get?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick a girl. Okay, and a boy for the exterior angle. Excellent, thank you. All right, so now on this example 3, finding the measure of an exterior angle. Well, they're all not congruent on the inside. We have different measures of all of them on the inside. So how am I going to find measure 1? Actually, I'm going to go to the next page because the next example they ask me for all of them. So angle 1 equals, angle 2 equals, angle 3, 4, and 5. How am I going to find these? These are exterior angles. Now, what is the exterior to number 1? What is this exterior angle going to be? How do I find that? 0.
180 minus 108.
Perfect. So what do I get for number 1?
72.
72. What do you get for number 2? 180 minus 83. 97?
Oh, now I got it.
How do you do it?
How about angle 3?
55.
Angle 4?
58.
And angle 5.
78.
You add those all up, they will equal what?
360.
360 degrees.
That's so bad.
All right, for this one, now I'm missing one angle, and you guys just answered that question. If I add up all of these exterior angles, what do they have to equal?
360.
360. So don't just put it in on your calculator, write it over here so you remember how you get this answer. 360 minus 77 minus the 101 and minus the 132. What is left over for that last exterior angle? Everybody get the same? What'd you get?
I didn't get it.
I got 50.
50? 50? That is correct. So this exterior angle would be 50 degrees. All right. How about this one? What's the missing angle? What would x equal here? 360 minus this one, this one, this one, and these two. What's 63?
Yeah.
Everybody agree? 63 degrees. Now, before I show you that, there's a couple at the end of your homework. What if I have a triangle, and this one is 3x, this one is 4x, and say this one is 5x. How can I find out what the angles are?
Add them all together.
Correct. I would add them all together, so I would take 3x plus 4x plus 5x, and what does that equal if I add them all together?
12.
True. These, if you combine them, we get 12x, but what's the other part of my equation? What does it equal?
Divided by 360.
Or 180.
Or 180.
Yep, 180, because it's a triangle. So then what is 180 divided by 12?
15.
15. So that just tells me what x is. What would this angle be?
3 times.
3 times 15. That would be what?
45.
So that one would be 45 degrees. What would this one be?
16.
15 times
I mean,
5
oh,
is?
the wrong one.
75.
And 4 times 15?
60.
60.
There you have it. So there's one like that in your homework. Here's your assignment for today. Due tomorrow.